Lesson 5, Backup and Restore with the command line. Doing a command line backup and a command line restore is very simple. You're getting the same functionality as with the GUI, but you're doing it with the command line. First, let's look at backups. The syntax for our backup is DSMC, the action, the options. So our action will be I for incremental, S for selective or full. Now what we're showing here is issuing a command starting with DSMC. So you're going to be in your backup archive client directory at your operating system command line or command prompt. You can type DSMC and start a backup archive command line window. Or you can just preface the command with DSMC. You don't start up your backup archive client command line window, but you can run the command from your operating system because you're prefacing it with the DSMC. So we're going to do an incremental backup of the home project 2009 Lab 24 text file. We would say DSMC, I, and our directory. We're going to use our wildcard, the asterisk, to show all file extensions. And as it says here, you can also start a backup archive command line. Here's how you would start it in Windows, or go to the backup archive client directory and type DSMC, C for command line. From the operating system command prompt, so we're in our C program files Tivoli TSM BA client, we would type DSMC, I for incremental, and we're going to back up all files in the critical directory. Or we type DSMC, start a backup archive command line window, then type I and our directory. This is the result. In this case, we had 75 objects inspected. 18 of them had changes, so 18 were backed up. A selective backup, you would type S or SEL or selective, and then the name of your file and your directory path. To include all subdirectories for the same backup, you're going to use the -subdir equals yes option. In the command line, you're going to preface all of your options with the dash. In order to see your backups, you can do a query file space. This will show you the last backup and whether or not it completed successfully. So doing a restore with the command line. Again, you can issue the command from your operating system command line or command prompt by prefacing it with DSMC, or type DSMC and open a command line window. The command is restore and the name of the file. Now we could use wildcards. In this case, we're restoring a specific file, the lab.ppt file. By default, it will go to the original location. Here's some of our options. I'd mentioned the -pick and the -inactive before, but this will do. When you're doing your DSMC restore command, -pick will give you a list of all backup objects. So this is a lot like in the GUI when you have the center pane where you'd select the files. -pick will give you a list. By specifying -inactive, it's going to show active and inactive. If you don't specify -inactive, you'll only see the active. Some of our other options, -replace. This means it's going to replace the existing file with the backup copy. Now there are times when you want to do this, such as like a point in time, which we can see down here. To specify the point in time, it's -PITT, point in time time, PITD, point in time date. We also have the latest and if newer. You can say DSMC restore -latest to restore the latest copy. You can also specify if newer. And if newer means, like it says, if the backup copy is newer than the copy that is on the client system, you're going to replace it. You can use the preserve path option to restore some or part of your directory structure. By default, partial. You're going to restore part or a subtree. This is going to be the lowest level source directory as a subdirectory of your target. You can also specify a complete. This would be your entire path, starting from the root of the specified directory. It would be the entire directory tree. No base refers to the directory but without the lowest level or base directory. And then none is restore all of your files to the target directory, but no part of the source directory or above would be reproduced at the target. If you specify subdir equals yes, which we talked about a little bit earlier, all files in the source directories will be restored.